This is typical rib. Typical rib. Each typical rib has posterior end, shaft, and anterior end. Posterior end, shaft, and anterior end. The posterior end is formed of three parts: head, neck, and the tubercle. Head, neck, tubercle.
Head, neck, tubercle.
Posterior end.
Tubercle means elevation.
Yes, elevated parts for tubercle. The head has two demi-facets. Two demi-facets separated by crest.
Crest.
Okay?
Okay. The crest, where is the crest?
This part is the crest.
Expression.
Two demi-facets on the head.
Head of posterior. What is the name of the demi-facet?
Superior demi-facet and inferior demi-facet.
This one is superior.
Yes.
That one is inferior.
Yes.
The superior is smaller than inferior?
Yes. The superior demi-facet articulates with inferior demi-facet on the body of the vertebra. And the inferior demi-facet articulates with superior demi-facet on the body of the vertebra.
Of the below.
يعني each superior articulates with inferior.
The superior of what?
Of anything.
Of anything. Okay.
Superior with inferior. And you have to remember a phrase. Each typical rib articulates with the corresponding vertebra and the V vertebra above.
V?
Yes, each typical rib articulates with the corresponding vertebra and vertebra above. So, this typical rib, if I point it to the upper demi-facet, you have to say what? First, you have to say this is typical rib. And this is upper demi-facet or superior demi-facet on the head of the typical rib. It articulates with inferior demi-facet on the body of vertebra above. Not the corresponding of the vertebra above. Because this is the superior one, so it articulates with the vertebra above. The inferior one articulates with the corresponding vertebra.
Of the below.
The corresponding vertebra.
Corresponding.
Okay? Again, this is. What will you say if you asked about it in the exam?
Inferior demi-facet.
First, you have to say this is typical rib.
The typical rib.
You have to say the side. This is typical rib. This is inferior demi-facet on the head of the typical rib. It articulates with what? Superior demi-facet on the body of the corresponding vertebra, forming costovertebral joint.
Vertebral joint.
Which is a plain synovial joint.
Which is the?
Plain synovial joint.
Synovial joint. Plain synovial joint.
Then the neck, it has an upper border which is called the crest of the neck. Which is called what?
The crest of the neck.
You will finish with me and complete with Dr. Fuad. Join Dr. Fuad after you finish and ask him. Yeah. Okay?
About what?
Ask him to join him. Ask him.
Okay.
This is the crest of the neck, to which is attached costo-transverse ligament. Costo-transverse what? Ligament. The tubercle has two parts, smooth part and rough part. Smooth part and rough part. The smooth medial part is the articular part, which forms with the tubercle, with the facet on the tubercle, on the transverse process,
Circular facet.
Costo-transverse joint. Costo-transverse joint. The rough lateral part is for lateral also. Lateral what? Lateral costo-transverse ligament.
Oh, ligament. That one is the costo-transverse ligament also?
Yes,
For the
this
crest.
is the lateral costo-transverse ligament. Okay?
For the crest? The crest?
The crest is for costo-transverse ligament.
Not medial.
No, it says costo-transverse ligament only. Here is the lateral costo-transverse ligament.
The medial? No.
The medial part is articular for the joint. The lateral part is non-articular for the ligament.
Articular.
Okay?
Okay.
This is the shaft. This is the anterior end. The shaft has rounded upper border and sharp lower border with a groove on the inner surface, which is called the costal groove, for intercostal vein, artery, and nerve. Vein, artery, and nerve. Okay? يبقى again, this is
Superior demifacet.
superior demifacet on the head of typical rib.
Of a typical.
What's the size of this rib? What is its size?
Right. That one is
This is posterior, this is anterior.
Oh, side.
This is upper round border, this is lower sharp border. This is outer convex surface, this is inner concave surface.
To right.
Right. No.
Right. Oh, okay. A little bit.
Again, this is
Superior demifacet of the head of the
typical rib. Right, typical rib.
Right.
Superior demifacet on the head.
On the head
Articulate with inferior demifacet of the vertebra above. On the body of the vertebra above. Forming vertebral joint, which is plain synovial, not only synovial, plain synovial joint. This is
crest of the neck.
crest of the neck. For
ligament.
costo-transverse ligament. This is smooth part of the tubercle. For
articulation.
with the facet on the transverse process, forming costo-transverse joint. Smooth part for the joint, because friction in the joint will destroy the bones. Rough part for attachment of muscle or ligament. Rough part of the tubercle for
Lateral costo-transverse ligament.
lateral costo-transverse ligament. This is
Costo groove.
for
Vein.
vein, intercostal vein. This is the first rib. This is the first rib. It has single circular facet on the head because it articulates with the corresponding vertebra only, not VV, not with the cervical vertebra.
Only one. With the
Yes. Corresponding vertebra, not VV, not vertebra above. VV with the typical vertebra, with the typical rib.
Maybe.
This is the first. Has single circular facets. It has upper and lower surfaces instead of outer and inner surfaces. The upper surface is rough. The lower surface is smooth. It has inner and outer borders. It has neck, tubercle. The neck is related to 3 structures: sympathetic chain, superior intercostal artery, ventral ramus of T1. Okay?
Okay. Ventral ramus of T1.
Yes.
Okay.
Here is scalene tubercle. Here is this projecting part. Is scalene tubercle. To it and to the adjacent part of the adjacent ridge of bone is attached to the scalenus anterior muscle. Scalenus
Anterior muscle.
In front of it is a groove for subclavian vein. Behind it is a groove for subclavian artery. Subclavian vein, subclavian artery. Here is scalenus medius muscle. Here is serratus anterior, first digitation of serratus anterior muscle. These are not important.
Okay.
The important is scalenus anterior, subclavian vein,
Subclavian artery.
subclavian artery. 3 structures on the neck: sympathetic chain, superior intercostal artery from medial to lateral, and ventral T1. Is it right or left?
Right. Left. Left. Yes. Left.
The upper surface is rough, lower surface is smooth. This is posterior and this is anterior. This is inner and this is outer. So this is right or left?
Left.
Left.
Left.